Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever this finds you at. Welcome to the Front Porch, where we take wisdom from the ages and try to bring it into our right now and point us toward our future. I'm your host, Patrick McNeil, and I'm excited to have my three co-hosts with me, and I'm going to let them introduce themselves, starting with Sylvester Jones.
All right, man. It is always an honor to be on the Front Porch with some insightful, intelligent brothers. My name is Sylvester Jones. I hail from the 48505 north side of Flint, Michigan. I'm a product of Damon Street, where you got to bring your game every day, every night. So, yeah, man, looking forward to this conversation on the Front Porch.
All right, thank you, Sylvester. All right, come on now, the professor, Todd Womack.
What's going on, people? Todd Womack, 48505 Bundy Street. Went to Roy Wilkins Elementary School. I'm just glad to be hanging out with these brothers on their porch, just trying to speak some knowledge, spit some wisdom. So I'm hopeful that you all will get something and gain something from this conversation.
All right, thank you, Todd. And then finally, we have the wheel, Willie Smith.
All right.
Hey, y'all, what's happening? My name is Willie Smith from 48505 also. Pearson and Parkway Hood. And I'm just happy to be here on the Front Porch again because some of the best things I've learned in life has been at the Front Porch. So let's go ahead and kick this off and get it started.
All right, then. So the Front Porch is about this idea from this African thought that says that the Proverbs are the sons and daughters of knowledge. And so what we want to do today is we want to take the knowledge that was given to us on the Front Porch by our elders and bring it to life today. And with that being said, Sylvester, drop some knowledge on us, man, from your porch, man.
Yeah, man. If you was sitting on the porch on Damon Street, you probably heard my mom offer this proverb. And the proverb was, it's better to say there he go than to say there he lay. It's better to say there he go than to say there he lay.
And so, Sylvester, you know, your mom, and I heard you say this was one of her go-to proverbs. What do you think your mother was saying as we talk a little bit about hindsight?
Yeah. Well, you know, one of the things that I've often said, and I still believe this to this day, is that my mom is and was one of the best decision makers that I have ever met, right? And so my mom was always good about encouraging you to make a decision in a split second, right? And so what she was saying is that you will always find yourself in trouble, in faced with trouble, right? It could be your friends about to, do some and get involved in some mischief that will find you in front of a judge. You might find yourself trying to talk to somebody's girlfriend, and instead of them want to knuckle up with you, they want to pull out a gun or a knife. And or she was always like, okay, well, you know what? At some point, somebody's going to call you to work, and you need to decide whether you're going to go in or not, or whether you're going to stick around to deal with the consequences. And so she was saying, make a split-second decision that will allow you to live the next day. Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking about, man, just once again, our family, they came from the South, man. So I'm thinking about that proverb. And first thing that comes to mind, we thinking about a person. But then I started thinking about, man, what if that saying came from somebody talking about one of them hunting dogs, right? And so the hunting dog, the purpose is for him to what? To go find that game, right?
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? And so if a dog is just laying there, that's what they used to say, that dog don't hunt, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the dog that's going to find that game, that's going to bring life because it's going to bring some food back to the family. So I just think there's wisdom in that proverb that Sylvester Mom was sharing, that, you know, we got to be about business. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We got to be about business. And so part of it is understand what your calling is, right? What
Mm-hmm.
gifts that God has given you and put them to use. Because if you put them to use, you're going to be moving. And I think I shared before, you know, it's hard to hit a moving target, right? But if you're not
Mm-hmm.
moving, you easy game, you easy prey.
Mm-hmm.
And if you look at it as you a hunting dog, you just flat out lazy.
There you go. There you go. There you go. Yeah. And you don't want to be found lazy, right?
Yeah. So for me, guys, I broke this down into two separate things, and it's better to say there you go. I said, if he's going, that means he's still moving, and he's still alive, still vibrant. It's still time for him to improve or change can still occur. Uh, uh, if he's still going, he can learn, love, and benefit others in life. And like Todd said, he can reach his potential. And if he's still going, he still has the opportunity to be more than he is right now. Now, on the other hand, he's laying. So with that, laying in this context kind of denotes finality or death to me. So did you accomplish the things that you thought you were going to accomplish in life? Did you reach those goals? And maybe at this point your life journey has ended. This is a real deep subject.
True. It definitely is, man. And so for me, if I had to break it down, it would start off, I would use my big A word that I would use would be ambition, but my real word would be that he wants something, right? The whole idea of going has movement, momentum to it current.
Right.
You know, it means that you're not stagnated, that you're not sitting still, that you have a place that you're trying to go, and you're willing to try some different things. This isn't about success more than it is an attempt, right? And most of the times what happens is that it is better to go and attempt something than to not try at all. And many of us, especially as Black men, we are never given the opportunity to attempt. We don't do attempt well. We only attempt what we believe we're good at. Other than that, we won't even give it a shot. We won't even give it a try. We'll sit and somebody literally will have to force us to try something that we have never tried before. So there he go, had the idea of doing with trying something, just not sitting still, understanding that the world was bigger than the corners and the blocks that they tried to put us on. See, because when I was growing up, I thought the only block that mattered was Pulaski Street. But that was until I started going to school. Then all of a sudden, while I lived on Pulaski, I was Pearson Hood. And then I realized something, that Pearson Hood was okay until I went to Bryant. And when I went to Bryant, it got larger and there was more influence that I was to attach myself to. So now all of a sudden, I'm still from Pulaski, I'm still from Pearson, and now I'm at Bryant. And then finally, I end up at the best high school in Flint, Michigan, Northwestern. And because of that, it got bigger. And all of a sudden, everything around me got bigger. And all of a sudden, you realize that there was more going on, even though when you first started this journey, the school was already there, but you was just focused on one block. So there he go to me means that, you know what, there's more out here to this world than there he lay when you just get comfortable and content with what you see right now, believing that there can't be nothing more than what we're doing right now.
Yeah, I really appreciate this fallacy that you would introduce to us, is that Northwestern is the best high school in the world. And I appreciate that, because that is one thing that one should always believe. I think I heard somebody say it's a poor dog that won't wag his own tail. So I really appreciate that, man. But as I hail from Northern Vikings, the Flint Northern Vikings, right? I'm reminded, and I'm thinking about, hindsight, what does this whole thing mean? I mean, what was my mother trying to communicate to me in that moment, but also recognizing, as my brother Todd reminds us often, is all of these things are contextual, right? And so it's about the today as well as the tomorrow. It's about the current and the future. And it's about recognizing that you have to make a decision, right? And if the ground where you are tilling right now begins to die or fails to produce, then you got to move to another place. But you can't just die in the moment. And the other thing that just reminds me, and I'm just going to offer another piece, again, recognizing that this is contextual, right? In too many cases, as young people, we make decisions based on what our peers might think, what people might say. And we've talked about this before, hey man, the one thing that our age group learned to do well is the pan, right? So often when you make those decisions, the decision is not based on what's in the best interest of you, but it's in the best interest of not allowing you to be the butt of the joke tomorrow. So we got to think about, again, as we contextualize this thing, and Todd, thank you for reminding us of the context that we must always keep in mind, that,